What is the point of estimating? Now, you might be thinking, well, Eve, that's really obvious. The point is to win work. And I see it a little bit differently. Welcome to the Subcontractor's Toolkit. I'm Eve, one half of the tender trainers, and today we're talking about estimating. Yes, we're estimating because we're going for a project that we're hoping to win. But sometimes through the course of that estimation, we may encounter things about the project that mean that we decide not to go for it, for example. So there's still a process happening of finding out about the project, figuring it out, and figuring out how much it would cost us to undertake it, not just in terms of the money, which we pass on to the clients, but also opportunity costs for other projects, whether it's the right fit for our team, whether the type of work is right for us, etc. So the whole tendering process is often tied up in this estimation piece where you start to go through bit by bit the drawings and start to get them in and get that detail going. That can quite often form part of it. We are putting together the price that it costs us to do the work, and that includes the profit margin we need to make to have an ongoing concern of our business. We're setting out our costs in such a way that we are sure at tender stage that we're going to make profit, and that we can then track the costs through the course of the project. So if something goes wrong, or if the client wants something extra, that we're really clear on what it's cost us and we can put in the cost for that and we can clearly show the client. And that effectively we're getting to final account with profit in the pot, and we know that. We're not waiting for another 12 months for our accountant to tell us if we made money or not. We know project by project. And if we've not made profit, we know why. So for me, the point of estimation isn't just to win the project. The point of estimation is to make sure we're winning the right projects and to set up to make profit at the end. Now, I'm not naive. I have been in the industry for a minute. We don't make profit on every project. That just doesn't happen. If you're a company that is doing that, please let me have a look at your commercials. I'm dying to check them out. But this is the standard that we should be aiming for. We should be aiming to make profit on every job. And if we don't price from first principles, good luck, basically, because it's just a stab in the dark. So let's talk about what it is. So when I talk about pricing from first principles, pricing from first principles is a method of pricing. It's not something that Ricky and I have made up. It's something that is out there, that is used in the industry very commonly. And it's kind of the gold standard of pricing. The gold standard of estimating is to price from first principles. Now, when I talk about it, I often compare it to pricing purely from rates. So we're going to talk about it in that context today. There's nothing wrong with pricing from rates, by the way. I'm not about to tell you can never use a rate again. If I was to do that, you would think I'm crazy because the whole industry is working on rates. But my question to you is, where do those rates come from? Do they come from your estimator or freelance estimator, or someone else that you know who's let you see their rates, or even from the client? To me, none of these are strong enough sources, a strong enough argument that that's the right rate that you should be using. The only rate that I believe that each of us should be using in construction is the rate it actually costs us, and including our profit, etc. So if you're using rates without sureness about where they're coming from or how they relate to whether you're actually making money on them, you might have a problem that you're not aware of. Or you may be aware that you have a problem because you're not profitable, or your cash flow, which can be an indicator that profit's off, your cash flow isn't where you'd expect it to be, but you might not know what it is. Well, this is the place that you're probably going to find some of these answers. More often than not, that's what happens with our clients. So you can still use rates, but you need to make sure they're your rates. That's what I'm getting to. In the description of this video, we've got a link that you can go through to, and we have just a basic PDF that shows what each of the elements are, so you can have a bit more information on pricing from first principles. This is something that we're going to be recording on over the next 5 or 6 weeks. So give us a follow, stay connected, and we'll be sharing more information with you.